When news broke that Top Gun 3 was officially in development, fans immediately started buzzing because this isn't just another sequel. It's the continuation of one of the most iconic franchises Tom Cruise has ever been part of. Top Gun Maverick turned out to be way bigger than anyone expected, earning nearly $1.5 billion worldwide and becoming one of the most talked about films of the decade. That kind of success doesn't just spark interest, it practically guarantees that Paramount would find a way to get the jets back in the sky. And now, with Top Gun 3 moving forward, the big question isn't if it's happening, but what it will mean for the character of Maverick and Tom Cruise's career as a whole. Cruise has been making movies for decades, and his resume is stacked with both awards contenders like Rain Man and Jerry Maguire and massive blockbusters like the Mission Impossible series. But even though he's built his name on daring stunts and unforgettable characters, Maverick is one of the roles people always come back to when they think of him. It's because Maverick embodies so much of what Cruise represents: charm, determination, and that willingness to push limits no matter the risk. After the runaway success of Top Gun Maverick, it feels natural that a third film is on the way, and it looks like this one could be even more meaningful than what came before. Director Joseph Kosinski has hinted that this new chapter might be Maverick's one last ride. That wording alone has fueled speculation about whether Maverick will survive the movie, but it also makes clear that the third film is designed to bring closure. Although some fans worry that it means Maverick could die, there are plenty of ways to give the character a fitting send-off without killing him. It could just as easily mean retirement, mentoring, or passing the torch to the next generation of pilots. Whatever direction the filmmakers choose, the goal seems to be crafting an ending that honors Maverick's legacy. It's important to remember that Maverick has already survived more than most characters ever do. He lost Goose in the original film, and then Iceman in Top Gun Maverick, yet he carried those losses with strength instead of letting them break him. Because of this, it doesn't feel necessary to kill him off in the third film. Doing so might even feel like repeating old ground. A more uplifting direction could be showing Maverick finally finding peace with his journey while still shaping the future of the Navy's elite pilots. That kind of closure could give audiences something emotional but hopeful, letting Cruise bow out with dignity. Of course, fan theories have been around since before Top Gun Maverick even released. Trailers for the second movie teased a military funeral, and plenty of people thought Maverick would die. Instead, it was revealed to be Iceman's funeral, which became one of the most moving parts of the film. That twist proved that the filmmakers know how to play with expectations while still keeping the story emotionally grounded. So while fans are once again speculating about Maverick's fate in Top Gun 3, it's just as possible that the creative team is setting up another surprise. The speculation has only grown because Kosinski described the third film's conflict as being much bigger than himself, with Maverick facing an existential crisis. That wording could mean the story isn't just about fighter pilots taking down an enemy, but about Maverick wrestling with what his place in the world really is. At this stage in his life and career, the character might be questioning how much longer he can keep flying and how to make a lasting impact beyond just missions. That's the kind of storyline that could balance thrilling action with real character depth. And let's not forget the younger cast members who were introduced in Top Gun Maverick. Miles Teller's Rooster and Glenn Powell's Hangman became instant fan favorites, and they're both primed to take on bigger roles moving forward. A smart way to handle the story would be to keep Maverick central while also letting these new pilots step further into the spotlight. That way, the film could honor the past while also pointing toward the future. Even if Top Gun 3 is Maverick's last ride, it doesn't mean it has to be the end of the Top Gun universe altogether. There's also something poetic about how this lines up with Cruise's career outside of Top Gun. By the time Top Gun 3 hits theaters, he'll have wrapped up Mission Impossible with The Final Reckoning, marking the end of another major chapter. So with both of his biggest franchises winding down, Cruise seems ready to pivot toward fresh opportunities. He's already working on a new project with Alejandro G. Iñárritu, which will let him explore different sides of his acting. But closing out Maverick's story the right way could be the capstone to his era of franchise dominance. Even though some people worry about what happens if Maverick does die, it's worth noting that Cruise has always been about giving audiences an unforgettable experience. So even if the character doesn't make it out of the third film, it won't just be for shock value. It would only happen if the story really justified it. But another option is simply letting Maverick walk away on his own terms. Picture him handing over the reins to Rooster and Hangman after one final mission, then finally embracing a quieter life. That would still give fans the emotional closure they're looking for without ending on a tragic note. What's most exciting about Top Gun 3 is how much room there is to expand the story world. The second film already proved that audiences love seeing fighter jets on the big screen when the action feels authentic and earned. So the third movie could push things further by exploring international conflicts, introducing new technology, or even showing how pilots adapt in a rapidly changing world. With Maverick at the center, it could tackle themes of legacy, mortality, and purpose, while still delivering the jaw-dropping dogfights fans expect. And there's another layer to think about. Top Gun has always been about mentorship. The first film had Maverick learning from Viper and struggling with Goose's loss. The second film flipped that dynamic, with Maverick becoming the mentor to Rooster. So the third film could explore what it means to fully embrace that role, to let go of being the hotshot and embrace being a teacher who inspires the next generation. That would feel like a natural and satisfying arc for Maverick. Even though the conversation around Maverick's death theory dominates a lot of the chatter, it's important to keep in mind that Top Gun 3 is happening because of how much audiences connected with Maverick in the first place. The franchise has always thrived on its balance of adrenaline and heart, and Cruise knows how to deliver both. So no matter what happens to the character, the film itself is shaping up to be a big cinematic event that celebrates everything people love about Top Gun. At the end of the day, Top Gun 3 won't just be another action movie. It's the closing chapter of a story that began almost 4 decades ago, and it has the potential to be one of the most meaningful roles Tom Cruise ever plays. Whether Maverick rides off into the sunset or sacrifices himself for a bigger cause, the film will be remembered as the conclusion to a journey that has meant so much to both the actor and his fans. Well, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because we'll be covering more updates on this soon, and other exciting upcoming movies and series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.